Well, I don't have paint. It just says, for example, no, but it'll say walls, living room walls. Well, again, all I'm looking for from you is.
So we're going to be pretty much looking.
Yeah, but all you're doing is saying, are these full? Do these walls? Do they look new? Do they look fair? Or do they all need to be worked? That's all I'm asking you to do today. I don't care about the price. We'll figure that on the backside after we get all spit into the.
These 3 buildings.
He's already got them pulled. He's got a letter authorizing for us to.
You going with Garrett?
Yes, and Garrett's got another set of sheets.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in and do my thing. I got to get done real quick with Palmer and them, and then I'm gonna come join. And then I'm gonna come join y'all. Yeah, I brought 3 clipboards, but one of them doesn't clip.
Yeah.
Bought it brand new yesterday, and it doesn't clip. All right, I'm gonna go grab Sylvia, and she's gonna lead y'all to start the process for the interiors. I know you don't need me to say this, but we're their guests, so utmost professionalism with their tenants. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Thank you. Which I know Sylvia expects, and we do too. Thank y'all very much. Oh yeah, and masks at all times, please.
We can go next door, and that's going to be knock that one out.
Okay. And I marked the sheets. They already have the unit number up on the top, so may not be in the right order, but they should be there.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We're on a property today doing physical due diligence as well as lease file audit due diligence. So take a quick look at our team doing lease file audits. Lease file audits is where we go through every one of the leases and just confirm the information that's been provided by the current owner. And they'll literally go through and verify everything from a rent roll to lease addendums, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, good, except.
We already talked about the lease file audits happen on the inside, but we also want to take a look at the plumbing. We want to take a look at the HVACs. We've got our good friends from Palmer's here snaking some of the plumbing lines from the exterior, and what they'll actually do is put their camera in there and scope them. They'll take a look and see if the plumbing is in good shape, if there's any major issues that we need to plan for as far as our rehab budget. So that's what you see going on here is these guys doing a check on the plumbing. So what Jeff is actually doing is walking the entire exterior of the property. He'll look at everything from foundations, he'll look at gutters, he'll look at any stucco issues, brick issues, look at literally everything from an exterior perspective and make notes so that when we get through, again, as we're putting together a capital expenditure budget or a rehab budget, then Jeff is an expert at putting all that stuff together for us and telling us what it's going to cost to either get it up to code or just get it up to whatever standard we want to get it up to. So anyway, we're going to follow Jeff for a couple of minutes and kind of watch him work.
Well, what I do and have done since '94 is I walk all 4 sides of every building and I photograph everything. I make documents and then I create spreadsheets, and then it's up to you guys after that.
Absolutely. Well, we're just going to follow you for a couple of minutes if you don't mind.
Well, this is building 3. I've already been on 2 sides of it. Right now I'm counting the railroad ties.
Don't see any major issues, but you have a more critical eye than I do.
Yeah, this property's got good bones. Whoever owned it has managed it very well.
Anything you see that may be a...
Yeah, the occasional railroad tie, but they already know that because they've replaced a bunch themselves.
With the retaining walls?
Yeah, on the retaining walls, these are a railroad tie.
Right.
We can legally remove and replace them one at a time. But the problem is, if it's at the bottom, I have to take all the ones off of it to get to the bottom.
Understand.
This one's in good shape though, but you can kind of tell that the gray ones are original and the black ones with the...
Are fairly new?
They're newer.
Okay.
They've already done some, so whatever I write up is a surprise.
Okay. I haven't seen any brick issues, or at least the ones that I've been around at this point?
Fence, I mean, I've measured them, and I'll give you a bid to replace them, but other than that, then we'll have to come up with a number for as needed kind of thing. Because,
Right.
I mean,
Well, we'll follow kind of our same approach. What would it be to replace the whole thing?
oh yeah.
And we'll see if that's part.
I
Yeah,
give you worst case scenario.
exactly.
I take hundreds of pictures
Yep,
because
I
it's
know.
an hour's drive from my house to here,
You don't want to come back.
and I don't want to come back. I'll come back if you need me.
Nah, we'll be good. You always do a good job. You mean just changing the bulbs?
Well, it makes it easier to change the bulb, but they probably took the glass out to offer more light on the stair tread.
Oh, okay. Because yeah, it probably gets weathered over time. And
This was like a Palmer's crew.
the only crew I use. Okay, obviously one of the big things we're going to try to do is we're actually going to physically walk every interior on the property. We have 2 teams that are already out. We've separated the buildings so that they don't have to walk very far. But we're going to follow one team now, and we're actually going to go and do an inspection of an interior unit. So come on with me.
When you see something like that, there's somebody keep the door. Yeah. So let's do that door. Yep. That's replacement. Door hardware. We go look. Somebody hit the door.
Yep,
So
yep.
they try to cover.
Yeah, as you can see, what they're doing is just looking at the condition of different things, whether it's the doors, the windows, the walls, the ceiling fans, the lights, you name it. We're just trying to get an idea of the general condition of the unit.
This one's a classic, which means we're not upgrading it on
And the entry,
anything.
yes.
Okay.
The way
This is a classic unit, so it has not been upgraded or renovated.
No.
How many of these classics do you have?
1, 2, I'm saying probably 75, 80% of the property is already upgraded.
I'm sorry, how much?
75 or 80 of
Okay.
it is upgraded.
So of 85 units, you're probably talking 70 of those are already upgraded.
Wrong permit, this is 3104. This is, yeah, wrong permit.
Sylvia, it looks like the toilets are new. Have y'all already been through a water
Yes.
So you did a water conservation program?
Yes.
Has all of the units
All of
been done in that?
All of them got done last month.
So does that include toilets? Did it include your sink faucets?
The irrigations, everything, even in the kitchen.
Okay, so the aerators in the lavatory and the kitchen sinks?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. That's
Everything
good.
was done last month.
Oh, really? Just recently?
Yeah.
Do you know who did it by chance?
Uh,
Was it Water Saveco or?
I'm not sure of the name. Right now they're at Woody Creek doing theirs.
That's okay. Yeah, it appears that the entire property has already done a water conservation program. So that just basically means you've got low flow toilets, you've got low flow aerators in your lavatories and your kitchen faucets and your shower heads. So it's a tremendous savings property wide when it comes to water usage.
Because you got a subfloor in between concrete.
I know. You hear them sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, right now we're in a what's called a B1. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and it's what's called a classic. So if you notice, it's still got the older wood cabinets. The top is still your Formica laminate cabinets. But the intention, about 75% of this property has already been upgraded to newer, which is a new trim package, a new lighting package, new appliance package. So when we get to one of those, we'll show you the difference. But this is a classic. So as we're walking through and doing the interior assessment, we're thinking about, okay, what do we have to do in this classic unit to get it to the level of the renovated units, which about 75% already is. So again, that just kind of gives you an idea how we're trying to build our budget. Thank you. And is this still a classic unit?
No, this is an upgrade except the carpets. We were putting new carpets in the bedrooms and wood floors. After, I guess, mid-years when we started doing the wood and wood.
Okay, would you tell me real quickly what is, I know you told me already, but you have black appliances in the upgraded units?
Track light,
Track lighting, a new lighting package?
track ceiling fans.
Okay, ceiling fans lighting package. Looks like the trim has been painted white.
Yes, the wall is gray.
Then we have building 4.
Yeah, I have it right here.
Yes, we have building 4.
Yeah, I think it's difficult right now because obviously his.
No, I don't have building 4.
Oh, you know how building 4?
I think Curtis or Larry has building 4.
No, we don't have building 4.
Larry has building 4.
Larry has building 4.
Larry has building 4.
Make us not disagree, or make us agree with some of this politics.
Okay. The difference is this is the last unit we were in was considered a classic unit. This is considered a renovated unit. And it just means they've done a little bit higher level of upgrade. So you've got a new appliance package where all of the appliances are black appliances. You've got a lighting package on the ceiling, new ceiling fans. Your trim, the walls have been painted a different color, and your trim has been painted a different color. So Sylvia, can you tell me what is your price difference between your classic and your renovated unit?
Apartment starts at $1,285.
Okay, and the classic?
$1,185.
Okay, so there's $100 delta on the floor plans in regards to a classic to a renovated. Oh, waterfall shower heads. Mm-hmm. Waterfall shower heads in the renovated units. That's nice. Mm-hmm. Nice touch.
Yes.
4? Okay, I'm headed that way. Thank you. Building 4. Okay, entering unit 4101 with a second team. And again, I just kind of want to give you an idea of what we're looking for on the interiors. I noticed that this one has not carpet, but vinyl flooring.
Most units have the vinyl throughout.
Okay.
That was pre-corona.
Okay.
But
is it because the carpet can create allergy situations? Obviously,
that, and then also just cut down on the wet bags.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Okay.
Force leaks, and that's where all the hot water heater, air conditioning closets, all that stuff is coming.
Okay, thank you. Let's see what we got Edwin and Astrid doing. Yeah, that's a new blower.
Yeah, but the water heater, some of them have them, some of them don't. The majority don't have the drip ins.
Well, and you can see that too.
I got the chiller prepared.
Well, and that means they've had some water issues.
Well, drainage.
Normal.
Dripping.
Condensation.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Go ahead and write your chiller up in there.
Okay.
In the AC room.
And I know you know this, Edwin. We don't have to have every detail, just a big common, what's the common theme?
Gotcha.
All of them we've had so far have been rolling good.
Yeah. Some of them, they kept the carpet.
What they've told me though is that the plan is to replace all the carpet with, that's their plan currently. They've been taking all the carpet out. And the reason they're saying they're doing that moving forward is, number one, obviously maintenance is a big thing. But number two is with COVID, their feeling is that the carpet
keeps more.
Catches your whatever, germs, contaminants, allergens, what have you. Okay.
We're going upstairs.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Sorry for inconvenience. Once a property changes hands and now you're new ownership, guess what? The city is going to come out and they're going to say, okay, new ownership, new money. Let's see what code upgrades need to happen, whereas the property may have been grandfathered in previously on code. Once you change ownership, now you've got to update a lot of the coding issues. So that's just part of your due diligence. Put it back just like I got it. What's that?
It was a little tough to open.
I just didn't, it was my first one to open, so I need to figure out how to work it. Once Larry quit laughing at me and I was able to open it, then I got it. Yeah, they all 85 units have connections, but they have to get the washer and dryer themselves. So there's no opportunity to rent. For example, we were at Eagles Point last week. They could rent the washer and dryers, remember, for $40 a month.
Yeah.
They don't do that here.
This is a no-no.
Yeah, it's a tripping hazard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay. Is that real brick?
I would get rid of that.
Is it? Is
You
that
can take these out.
okay? How
And instead
how
of,
big an issue is that?
It's not big of an issue at all. This is just scrape these off.
Well, when you're here though, just write down brick entrance on that real quick,
Okay.
if you will. And then what I'm going to ask from you is everyone we do just brick entrance or,
Yeah, this will be.
and if
part
it
of
doesn't say it,
this will be part of your demo whenever they're taking out the carpet.
yep.
The same flooring people can take this out.
Superior?
They can make a saw cut right here because you have to have it in front of the fireplace.
Okay.
Or they can make a
So you're
saw
just-
cut right here, right along this,
Along the door.
and then take this out and run the vinyl all the way through the door.
Okay. Well, if you would just mark brick or no.
Yeah. Pretty
Either.
much all the second floors have them, Brian.
Okay. But just mark, if you would just mark on the sheet, mold, mildew, water damage.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to go with you anyway. So,
Oh, okay. So which we need?
what's our next one?
Well, where are they? 6 and 7.
They're in 4.
Okay.
And I'll,
We'll go back to the same building. We'll use sheets out.
yeah, it should all be, I say, keep them, let's go by your sheets instead of my sheets.
Okay, that's fine.
Because you got the keys and,
And I made your sheet then.
Oh,
You
cool.
just mark them out. This is where we going here. All right, he's here.
we're going to go with you. We're going to 6.
All right, we go 6. All right, let's go. Let's go.
That way?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, come from the station.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
who got this fish? Come on.
Oh, ma'am, sorry for the inconvenience. We'll only be here a few minutes and we'll be out of your hair.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the room that I'm walking through, I would call in fair condition, fair to poor, but it'll be something that we'll look to paint and remodel.
Hey, Brian.
Yep.
This. What's your call on this?
On the floor?
Yeah. Would this be a replace or fair?
I put fair. I put fair. If you will too, as we go through, if it, correct me if I'm wrong, Curtis, but I found it, the brick entrance is only on the second floors. Is that right?
They're on every one of
They're on every one? Really? Okay.
Every one I've seen anyway.
Well, if they're on all of them, don't worry about it. I was going to say, if they're not on every one, let's put brick entrance. My concern is this might be, you know what happens when property sells? Now all of a sudden code changes and city comes out and it may be a tripping hazard, but officially
This
countertops
is new and everything else.
and the lighting package is new. So it's kind of a combination. This is a partial, but yeah, kitchen, obviously countertops got to be replaced. Cabinets are all in good condition, Julian.
Yep, I haven't come across city boxes that,
Okay.
that are in bad shape.
Got water damage under the sink. Flooring is good in the kitchen.
You have to get the cigar. I have to do it.
All right, as part of the due diligence, obviously one of your biggest expenses and one of your biggest assets on any property is your roof. You gotta find out, because you got problems on your roof, you got problems with everything underneath your roof. So you see here, we got a roofing guy going up and he's gonna do a detailed check. He's actually gonna look and just check for missing shingles, see if the shingles were installed correctly, get us an approximate age of how long he thinks that roof's been on there. He'll check the gutters while he's up there. He'll check the drip edge. He'll check the flashing. He'll check everything about that roof, because as I say, you got problems on the roof, you got problems with everything underneath it. So when he gets done, he'll be able to tell us kind of an estimated price figure on whether your roof is in good shape. Is your roof in fair shape, in which case you need to budget some money in your CapEx and or operating expenses for that in the future, or he'll tell you, hey, this roof's in really bad shape, you just need to go ahead and start over with the roof, in which case we would pursue possibly an insurance claim before we even purchase the property. So that's what you see Alex doing now. Okay.
They got a new siding too, huh? Couple.
Siding, yeah, some of them.
Wanted me to go over there?
Yeah, what he's finding up there is that the shingles are in good condition. The shingles are actually attached properly. At least on this building, we don't see any big issues. While they don't have gutters all the way around like we would like it, what they do have is a flashing system that is feeding the water to the gutters, then to the downspout. So at least on this building, we don't have any major issues. Amazing how he does it. The absolute best tool that you can use on due diligence is to ask questions of your residents. So you already know that we're walking the entire property, so you're gonna run into residents. You're gonna know that we're walking every interior, so you're gonna run into residents. Ask them, Do your appliances work? Do you have any plumbing issues? Have you had any roofing leaks? Have you had any ceiling issues? That's really where you're going to find most of your information. Obviously, if they say, oh yeah, they just replaced my entire ceiling because of a leak, then you know on that building you may or may not have a roof problem and have a leak problem. But that's really the best tool I can tell you is up front is just to ask questions to your residents, your tenants, because that's where you're going to find out much of your information.